Welcome to the Rocky Report, brought to you by First Interstate Bank, Montana Honda and Marine, the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Opportunity Bank, and your local Ford stores. And now from the campus of Rocky Mountain College, here's your host, Bruce Parker.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the Rocky Report. I'm Bruce Parker. We're sitting on courtside at the Fortin Education Center in First Interstate Bank Court with our Rocky Report. Boy, the Frontier Conference season is really heating up as the teams enter round 2 of league play. Had some big games right here in the Fortin Center with great crowds this past week. We'll have highlights from both the men's and women's games, and we'll talk with coaches Bill Dreikosen and Wes Keller. Our special guest this week is Rocky Mountain College President Dr. Bob Wilmouth. That and much, much more up next on the Rocky Report.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
I call him my shadow. Everywhere I go, he goes. Everything I do, he's got to do it too. He thinks I'm some kind of superhero, I guess. I never took it real seriously until I saw him pick up more than my camo gear. Then it hit me. I didn't want to pass down my tobacco addiction. I knew I had to quit. When I told him, he fell in line.
As a driven business owner, you want to pursue your dream, not worry about administrative chores, employee benefits, and HR. With Avitas Group, you don't have to. We'll provide the solutions you need. Everything from payroll and taxes to online marketing and IT. For each and every operational need, Avitas Group has an entire team of diverse, specialized professionals. Follow your dream. Leave the logistics to us.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150's the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 43 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast.
Now get up to $10,986 total value, plus get no payments until April on F-150. Visit your local Ford store today.
2 big games for the Battling Bear men. Let's join Coach Bill Dreikosen and take a look at our highlights. And Bill, a little bit of a revenge game against Westminster College. They beat you down in Salt Lake City, and so this was a chance to have a little payback.
Yeah, I mean, Westminster is the type of college, or the program that plays so hard. And the biggest thing I thought in this game, Bruce, was the fact that we took care of the ball. They caused a lot of turnovers for teams, and I think we only had 10, 11 turnovers in that game and only 3 in the second half.
And that was kind of the theme for your team all weekend with taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, when you can take care of it, get more shots than your opponents, and make a high percentage, you're going to give yourself a good chance to win.
Yeah, you got some dunks, you hit a lot of threes, and I think it was really a crowd-pleasing game.
Yeah, a lot of excitement, and we're doing a lot better job of reading each other and going inside out and getting baskets in different ways and just taking what the defense gives us.
And this wasn't a weekend where it was just one guy that was playing great. You had tremendous team ball. I think maybe the best team ball of the season.
Oh, I think you're definitely right. We had 28 points, I think, off the bench between Zach and Taylor and other guys stepping in. A lot of contributions from a lot of people.
Yeah, you got up over 20 in this one. It ended up 71-60, Bill, but probably wasn't that close.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're playing our best, like right there with Sion, making the fast break layup. We have to start our offense off our defense, and we're starting to have confidence in each other and sharing the ball really well.
Yeah, shooting the long-range jumper, you did that well both games this weekend, and I think the crowd kind of likes that. But you beat Westminster 71-60, and then you have the number 3 or 11 ranked team in the country, the Bulldogs of Montana Western, coming in. Head coach Steve Keller, always a battle.
Yeah, I mean, there are always wars against Western, and it was another one of those. Both teams played extremely hard, and, I thought we were, ready for them. They were ready for us, and it was a great Frontier Conference battle.
Now, next to you and LC, probably the most athletic team in the conference, but you only had 10 turnovers.
Yeah, no, Western always plays great defense, so you got to, again, take what they give you, and we did a nice job of that. We can't overpass, but you got to share the basketball, and I thought for the most part we did a good job, but we really shot the ball well in this game, which is something we did early in the season, and hopefully we're getting that confidence back again.
Yeah, 49 points at halftime, and you knew it was going to be, I didn't maybe think that it would be a 100-point game, did you?
No, I mean, you probably think it could be a defensive game, but last time it was lower scoring, and then this time it became the offensive game, I guess. And I was proud of our kids for the effort they made offensively and defensively.
Yeah, Western beat you 74-71 in Dillon, so another revenge game. But you just took it to them. A big capacity crowd honoring Joe Peterson going into the Hall of Fame, and it was really a special night.
Yeah, it was. It was a great atmosphere. The Frontier has such great crowds, and people come support the programs. It's a great league to play in.
And here it looks like you didn't miss a shot in this game, but you hit the boards as well, and I think you did a great job getting some offensive putbacks.
Yeah, first half we had 9 offensive rebounds. Second half I think we only had 1. So.
And there you win it, 100-86. And it was a big week for the men's basketball program at Rocky Mountain College. 2 big Frontier Conference games and 2 big wins. Now joined by head men's basketball coach Bill Dreikosen. And Coach, what a super weekend for you. You got a big win over Westminster, a team that beat you down in Salt Lake. And then you beat the number 11 team in the country, Montana Western. Scored a lot of points. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a great atmosphere at the Fortin Center here on First Interstate Court. And, that's what you play for is that, everybody wants that entertainment. And, basketball is partially entertainment. We as coaches, we want to go out and win and play our best basketball. And then create entertainment, but we want the results, and I was really proud of our kids for their team effort and how they performed this weekend in the Frontier Conference.
And you watched the highlights just a segment ago on the show, and we talked about those great highlights, but you got ahead in both games and you stayed ahead. How important is that? Yeah,
we've had leads almost in every game this year, but we haven't recognized how to maintain the lead, and I thought especially against Western, when we pushed the ball and seen what we had early in the transition, if it wasn't there, we shared the ball extremely well. 25 assists and I think 10 or 12 turnovers, so it's almost, it's over 2-1, and that's excellent. So we really shared the basketball well and played hard on the defensive end.
Yeah, 10 turnovers is all against a team like Montana Western and their great speed and athleticism. But you could enjoy those 2 wins for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
You have to move on.
Yeah.
A tough road trip with Great Falls and MSU Northern first on Thursday night. This is always a tough road trip.
Yeah, I mean, you just have no time to celebrate in the Frontier Conference. Teams, there's not many large winning streaks. You got to be ready. It's next game mentality. And, but I like the way our guys are headed. All you can do is stay focused on yourselves and be prepared for your opponent. So I'm looking forward to going up to Northern. It's always a tough place to win, but it's sweet when you can get a victory up there.
Is that one of the tougher gyms in the Frontier Conference to win at?
I think so. They got a nice court and it's real tight, and their fans really get into it. So what a great atmosphere to go play in.
And you beat the Lights early in the season here at the Fortin Education Center, and then you have Great Falls on Saturday, a team that might be as athletic as any team you've played all year.
Exactly. Both teams are very contradicting styles. Northern's going to control the tempo and execute and play great defense. Great Falls is going to try to get you up tempo and put pressure and use their athleticism. So two different teams on different nights, and we just got to take it one possession and one game at a time.
Do you like the way your team's playing right now after those 2 wins?
Yeah, I definitely do. I like the direction that we're going and the attitude and the chemistry that we're really starting to really come together. And we know it's not going to be easy. You got to take it one game at a time, but we got to keep putting ourselves in great opportunities every night.
Well, up to the High Line. Good luck this week.
All right. No place I'd rather be than on the High Line coming up and growing up there, but it's fun to get the W up there, so that's what we're looking for.
That's good. Coach Bill Dreikosen, big weekend for Rocky Mountain College men's basketball. We're going to take a break and come back with more on the Rocky Report. Stay with us.
Upgrade. It means your day just got better. That's the idea behind First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. With every purchase, you earn points you can use to upgrade just about any aspect of your life. Even better, rewards come from your world, your neighbors, your favorite local businesses. It's the difference between dining out and dining out in style. Your style. First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. Your style, your rewards.
You live for life's finest moments, like seeing nature firsthand, teaching something old to someone new, experiencing the thrill in their face, and doing it again and again. Join us on the water in the very best boat for these moments. Tracker boats, built for life.
Montana Honda and Marine in Billings.
My little girl. Hard to believe she's driving. I taught her the rules. Seatbelt always, texting never. Everything that could save her life, like she saved mine. Years ago, I quit smoking. The day she took her first step, I took mine. It was rough, but I did it. Looking back, she'll never remember her dad smoking. I guess she's always been in the driver's seat. I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
I know people who do all their shopping at a warehouse store, but just because it's a great place to buy muffins doesn't mean it's the right place to buy tires. So I asked some friends. They said Tire-Rama. There's one right around the corner. Tire-Rama helped me decide on a set of Cooper tires that qualified for a $70 Visa rebate. I got an oil change and a free brake inspection at the same time. Cooper tires, a $70 rebate, an oil change, and a free brake inspection. They really are more than just a tire store.
We're joined now by Wes Keller for highlights of the Battling Bear women's basketball program this past week. And Wes, Westminster College comes to town, a team that's ranked 4th in the country. This is truly an NAI power.
Yeah, they are a quality program. They got some great senior leadership. They played together for a while and had a lot of success. They've been at the national tournament several years in a row, and I think they've won the Frontier Conference 6 straight years. So.
You know, you got off to a great start. I think led 17-12 at one point, and we're shooting the basketball pretty well.
Yeah, we were up 17-12 with 8 to go, playing great defense, and then all of a sudden we went on a little 8-minute dry spell and went down at halftime 23-17.
And, you know, this is a team that you knew were going to keep coming at you. They have a strong bench and a team that really showed how good they were on the weekend as they went up to Carroll and got a win as well.
Yeah, they were. And, you know, I felt at the beginning of the game they weren't exactly dialed in. And we had chances to, you know, I felt possibly be in the lead at half. And for whatever reason, we didn't knock down shots, and they did.
Well, if you look at these highlights, it looks like you never missed.
Yeah, I think they got every one of our shots we made on the weekend in this highlight.
I know Preston doing the highlights. He took care of us. He got quite a few rocky baskets. But it's a game that, you know, I didn't think you let up. I thought you kept playing hard till the end. It was just a team that jumped on you and got the big win.
Yep.
So now you have a big game against Montana Western. You know, your alma mater, a place that's near and dear to your heart, a team that you beat handily in Dillon, but they're playing a lot better.
Yeah, they are, and, you know, I knew it coming in, and our girls knew that, you know, they didn't forget that we went into their place and beat them by 25, and we needed to be ready to play, and you know, first half was definitely not great basketball. There wasn't a lot of high-powered offense.
You know, you got off to a 7-0 start. Then you see it right there at halftime. You're only up 18-17. So you did have the lead, but it was just kind of a bruising game.
Yeah, neither team, especially in the first half, could, you know, make any shots. I felt both teams played hard defensively in the first half, but, you know, it was more so each team not being able to execute and finish plays.
Yeah, I think the pink uniforms threw you, didn't they? You didn't wear pink when you were playing for Western at all, did you?
No.
Or are those just the red uniforms that maybe were in the washer too long?
They were the whites that turned red.
Yeah. So you stayed in there, but you didn't shoot a great percentage. I think 20% the second half, and pretty tough to beat anybody when you shoot 20%.
Yeah, and that was kind of our calling card for the weekend. We shot in the 20s both nights, and, you know, I don't care how great a defense or how well you rebound, if you can't put the ball through the basket, you're not going to win.
Yeah, and their Jade Lefevre shoots it, but you lose it 60-48. Well, as we mentioned, the Frontier Conference season continues to roll. You got a chance to see the highlights of the women's 2 games this past weekend in the Fortin Center. Joined now by head women's basketball coach Wes Keller, a media star, big feature in the Billings Gazette on Wes Keller. So I'm honored to be here with you on set. And a tough weekend for your squad, but against 2 teams that were pretty good.
Yeah, looking back on it, I thought we played hard. We just, when you shoot 20% consecutive nights, you're just not going to win games. And, I felt like we got pretty decent shots. Several of those shots were in the paint, and, we got to step up and knock those down.
Now, is your goal now, Wes, to get into that Frontier Conference tournament? You're tied for that last spot with Montana Western, a team that you've split with this year. But is that something you guys have set your sights on just to try to get into postseason?
Yeah, that is one of our goals, is to get into the postseason. 6th. I don't know if we could climb to 5, but we're focused on that. But we're also focused on becoming a better basketball team. And I think if you get focused too far on the things in the future, you're not taking care of business day to day, and we got to get back and really focus on getting better and starting on Monday in practice.
So you're giving me that coach's quote, we're only worried about the next game?
Well, we are worried about the next game, but obviously the playoffs are in the back of our mind.
The next game's tough. MSU Northern, a place that's tough to play up in the Armory Gymnasium, and then you have Great Falls, 2 nationally ranked teams on this road trip. What would it mean to get a road win on this?
Oh, that would be huge for our program. I keep waiting for us to get what I call one of those signature wins, and a signature win to me would be whether it's at home or on the road against a nationally ranked opponent, and I just think that could give our girls a boost and some confidence.
Yeah, both teams have great posts. Both teams have real talented, high-scoring guards. What do you do in preparation for these 2 teams?
Well, we're going to have to change, our plan defensively a little bit to try and take a few things away, some of their strengths away from them. Northern, obviously, they got the 6'5" post that, we're going to have to do some things to her to limit her touches. And then, Great Falls has those guards that can just flat out score. And so we got to try and make things as difficult as possible for them.
And then you got to worry about Abramson, too, in the middle for Great Falls.
She can play.
She can score a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, good luck this week. I know it'd be great to get a win, and we'll talk about it and have some highlights next week.
Appreciate it, Bruce. Thanks.
Head coach Wes Keller of the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bear women's basketball program.
Winter, your neighborhood gets a whole lot bigger when you drive a new Ford car or SUV with intelligent all-wheel or four-wheel drive. So whether you're taking in a show, getting in a workout, or making some new friends, Ford has the perfect intelligent all-wheel or four-wheel drive car or SUV for you. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now get up to $3,500 cash back on Fusion, or up to $3,000 cash back on Escape, or get 0 for 72 plus no payments until April on either Fusion or Escape. Visit your local Ford store today.
You live for life's finest moments, like seeing nature firsthand, teaching something old to someone new, experiencing the thrill in their face, and doing it again and again. Join us on the water in the very best boat for these moments. Tracker boats, built for life.
Montana Honda and Marine in Billings.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Planning a stay in Billings? See what the newly renovated Billings Hotel and Convention Center can do for you. With its state-of-the-art sound system, the Billings Hotel and Convention Center is the best place in Billings to host your next meeting or conference. Ease your cares from traveling in the newly renovated rooms or relax in the hot tub while the kids enjoy both of the indoor water slides. And if you want to really enjoy the big game, experience the renovated Sports Lounge, complete with giant flat screens for your viewing pleasure. Locally owned and operated, the Billings Hotel and Convention Center is your best bet on your next stay in Billings.
And welcome back. We're joined now by Dr. Bob Wilmouth, the president at Rocky Mountain College and a huge sports fan. And you were sitting right up in the stands here last night. Saw some pretty exciting basketball.
Yeah, I'd rather sit right here. I'm actually on the court. That's better than anything. It was a crowded house. The result was tremendous. Very exciting.
Let's talk about the state of athletics and the importance, not just at Rocky Mountain College, but at colleges and universities all over the country.
Sure. Well, I can talk to Rocky more than anything. 1/3 of our student athletes, 1/3 of our students here are student athletes, and the incoming freshman class was close to 40%. What we do here, athletics is a big part of what we do. Right? The numbers show it. A lot of young men and women come here for the athletics. Now, nothing, of course, will trump the classroom. Nothing trumps the classroom. But athletics are a big part of the transformation of young men and women. And that's part of our core themes. So it makes sense. Athletics not only is a big part, it needs to be elevated here at Rocky Mountain College. And I've been very vocal about that since I got involved in that charge, and I hope to lead that charge with you.
You know, and you've talked about not just being status quo, but you've even talked about adding sports at this institution, and one of them would be maybe softball.
Yeah, I think when you do something like that, you have to be careful because a lot of people are going to feel that that's enrollment driven. Well, sure it is. That's part of it. But if we continue to get back to our core themes here, people value athletics. Young men and women value athletics. Whether you're the starting guard on a basketball team or you're the starting five under Billy D, whether you're one of Army's starting players, just as valuable experience as the person that sits on the bench, never gets to play. They understand what a team is about. And that's what we're doing here at Rocky with our 250 staff and faculty. We want to be a team. It's us against the world.
How about athletics? Where do you see it going here at Rocky? And you know, I know you've talked about facilities and upgrading facilities, and those are important things as well.
Yeah, I think when you ask me that, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is facilities. If we're asking young men and women to come here to be able to play college sports, we've got to give them the best facilities. I mean, that means things, the infrastructure, number one, the boilers, the temperature, the lighting, but also the locker rooms. And then they need a nice place to be able to execute. I mean, the football stadium needs to be upgraded. Fortin Center needs to be upgraded. So facilities are the most important thing. You talk about the future of athletics, I think you have to be careful not to be self-serving. You know, my concern in this seat is not just our athletics here at Rocky Mountain College, but also the Frontier Conference. You've helped me understand that. But even more importantly is strengthening the NAIA. That should be our number one mission.
I know one of your goals, play third base for the Yankees. You probably won't be able to do that. You said you like being on the floor. Should we try to work some out with Coach Dreikosen and Coach Keller and see if you could maybe help him on the bench one of these games?
If that's a possibility, I'm all in. In fact, if Billy D would like to take a game off, you know, I'd be happy to be the head coach for the game.
Hey, thanks for
We're
your great
run.
support. Yeah, we're going to run up and down the court. Thanks, President Wilmouth, for your support, and we look forward to some great things ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bruce, and I'm so delighted you're here with us.
Thanks a lot.
You bet.
President Bob Wilmouth, president of Rocky Mountain College. We're going to take a look now at our Student Athletes of the Week. And a pair of basketball standouts earned honors as our Student Athletes of the Week following a week of tough Frontier Conference action. On the men's side, senior Tyree Anderson tops the list with an outstanding week in a pair of league victories for the Battling Bears. In Thursday's win over Westminster, Tyree, a 6'3" senior guard from Las Vegas, was a defensive standout against the high-scoring Griffins and added 6 points and 4 rebounds. He came back on Saturday night with a double-double in 18 points and 10 assists in the 100-86 win over league-leading and 11th-ranked Montana Western. And for the women, junior Whitney Mitchell, a 5'7" guard, earned the honor as Mitchell scored 8 points and had 3 assists in the loss to 4th-ranked Westminster College, and then came back with 13 points in a loss to Montana Western. The West Valley, Utah standout continues to lead Rocky in scoring. Tyree Anderson and Whitney Mitchell are student athletes of the week.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150 is the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 43 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast.
Now get up to $10,986 total value, plus get no payments until April on F-150. Visit your local Ford store today.
Montanans have their own definition of what's important in life. Success takes discipline and perseverance. Dedication is more than just putting in your time. And trust is the foundation of long-standing relationships. In Montana, strength means something more. Stockman Bank was born from these principles. They've been the guiding source of our strength since day one. Stockman Bank, Montana banking, pure and simple.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there's diethylene glycol used in antifreeze. Lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
Upgrade. It means your day just got better. That's the idea behind First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. With every purchase, you earn points you can use to upgrade just about any aspect of your life. Even better, rewards come from your world, your neighbors, your favorite local businesses. It's the difference between dining out and dining out in style, your style. First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. Your style, your rewards.
Well, that's our show for this week. We're so pleased you could join us for the Rocky Report. Special thanks to Bill Dreikosen and Wes Keller, and our special guest, Dr. Bob Wilmouth, the president at Rocky Mountain College. We hope you can join us next week right here on SWX for highlights, interviews, and much, much more on Rocky Mountain College athletics. I'm Bruce Parker. We'll see you next week.